first. Is the running back position being disrespected?
Totally. I've said that months ago, and I'll say it again. I mean, when you think about what's asked of them, and then you've got them, and listen, you've got cats catching the football out of the backfield. That doesn't change the fact that you're a running back. Obviously, you're running with the football as well. You're blocking from the backfield position at times to protect the quarterback. You're asked to do a lot of things that most dudes are not asked to do.
Correct.
And so when you look at it from that perspective, my issue, Shannon, is this. When you're looking at somebody's birth certificate, not their stats, not their results, not even their durability, nothing. You're literally looking at their birth certificate as justification for not investing in them. I think that's cruel. I think that's a situation that's different than any other NFL player. And I personally believe that the running back position should be allowed to enter the NFL at least a year or two earlier, so they can have an opportunity to get more of the bag, since their age is what's being held against them.
Right.
That's my personal belief, and to me, until that changes, I'm going to always say they're being disrespected and screwed over, especially Austin Eckler, and definitely Derrick Henry.
Right.
Guys like him, oh my Lord, these guys deserve to be paid.
I think what happened was, Stephen A., is that when they gave the big contracts, they gave the big money to Zeke.
Okay.
And Zeke was never the same running back.
That's
we
true.
saw Christian McCaffrey. He got the big contract.
DeMarco Murray.
He got hurt. And then C. Mack got hurt.
Yep.
Now, he's been healthy since. He's gone to, obviously, in the 49ers. And so they're looking at, like, okay, we invest that kind of money, and the guy's getting 300 touches, let's say conservatively, 300 touches a year.
Right.
How much value? So we give a guy $80 million, $90 million, we can only hope to get 1 to 2 years out of it.
Okay.
But see, the thing is that they run you in the ground
Right.
on your rookie contract.
Right.
And then they tell you, well, we can't pay you on the next contract.
Exactly.
Because that's what they do. They run you into the ground on your rookie contract, and then they're ready to move on, or they're franchise you, and they say, well, let me squeeze one more year where we get 300 touches on your body, and then we're going to discard you. I just think the thing is like the guys, when they held out last year, Saquon held out, and then he comes back with no guarantee they wouldn't franchise him again. Josh Jacobs, the exact same thing. It's tough. They're in a very tough position because the money was never guaranteed. It's not like an NBA player. It's not like an MLB player where they have guaranteed money. So if you don't play, you don't make money. And so those guys got to get out there, and sometimes they take less than what they're actually worth.
But I guess what I'm saying to you this, Shannon, is to me, there's two solutions. Either one, you let them come into the league earlier, okay? Or number two, you limit the amount of their workload during their rookie contract. You're not going to do that. I'm saying, of course you're not going to do that because you're going to utilize the assets that you have available on your team to the max. I get that part. I'm just using it to crystallize how unfair the running backs are treated. If I can sit up there and look at you and say, well, you know what? You want a 3-year deal. You're about 29 years of age now. You want it until you're 32 years of age. I'm not. And that's the only excuse that I need in order to justify shortchanging you. That is unfair. And I think that has to be rectified to some capacity. So my suggestion, again, was to let them come out of college earlier into the National Football League, the running back position. I think that should be allowed.
You use the term fair. You have been to the fair?
No, fair is a place where they judge pigs.
Yeah, they ride the merry-go-round, eat cotton candy. This is a business right here.
That's right.
And the NFL owners, they've come out with a way to figure it out. Like, you know what? And because the quarterback, and they put all the emphasis on the quarterback, all the rules are to protect who? The quarterback. Okay. Punish the running back. Y'all do whatever you want to do to him.
That's right. Exactly.
You hit him from the top of his head to the bottom of his feet.
And that's the thing. This is the thing. You're going out of your way to protect the quarterback, but the quarterbacks are more detrimental to the building of a team because they compromise the cap more than anybody because of the money they demand.
But they're saying the quarterback is. Go ahead.
Excuse me.
Yes, Molly.
Hey, could I ask a question? Since I have a Hall of Famer on the show, I'm a big Giants fan, and it was a really rough season. Like, what the heck's going to happen now? So we're not going to have Saquon, Daniel Jones dealing with what's the deal? What's the deal here?
Y'all gonna be bad.
Y'all gonna be bad.
y'all gonna be really bad because if you got a decent look at what Christian McCaffrey was able to do with help Brock Purdy. We can hand the ball off, and now we play action off of that. And Brandon Ayuk, and we get Debo, and we get George Kittle running scot-free. because of that number 23 is able to run the ball down the hill. We can throw it to him. He's a 3-down back. A lot of these guys, now Saquon is a 3-down back, but a lot of these guys, they aren't 3-down backs. They're not used in that capacity. Some of these guys come out on 3rd down. Some of these guys come out on short yardage, but not Christian McCaffrey. He's a guy that can, even with his size. Now, Derrick Henry's a different animal. I think the thing is people looking at Derrick Henry and says, man, he kind of runs the contact. How many more years does he have?
But he keeps showing it. He keeps showing us. He keeps showing us. Derrick Henry is a freak of nature.
You ain't got to convince me, but I'm saying the guy that's cutting the checks, that's what they're saying. Yeah. They don't want the car to break down on the road on their watch.
On their watch.
Yeah, that's all I'm saying.
We know
Steve.
that. That's every line of business.
And that's it. So you know what? I'm gonna get rid of him a year early as opposed to a year late. You in trouble,
Molly. We
Molly.
gotta leave it there.